Yo, 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 what it do, what it do? Team K here, back for another Blu-ray collection. Um, this time I'm gonna go through all of the Blu-rays in slipcovers, plus some few regular keepcase versions also. Um, but before I'm gonna get into the movies, I just want to say Happy New Year's to everyone. I know it's a little bit late for that. We're almost a month into 2025, but I hope you guys had a good start into 2025 and had a great time with your family celebrating and stuff. Me also had that, had a great time with my family. It's the first time where I actually celebrated with my family again, and it was a fun time, man. So yeah, so that's that. Let's get into the movies. So we have here the Godfather Trilogy. If you can't tell already by the logo, you know what I'm saying? It's the Godfather Trilogy, you know what I'm saying? It's like a German version right here, but it's the Godfather. Um, yeah, phenomenal, great trilogy. Love all of these movies. First one, classic, with Marlon Brando uh, in a very iconic role as Don Corleone, Vito Corleone. Then we got The Godfather Part 2, even better in my opinion. It's much longer than the first one, but almost 4 hours, but it's such a great fucking movie. And it's the first time where you have Robert De Niro and Al Pacino in one film. You know what I'm saying? They don't share the same scene together like in Heat, but it is the first movie where you had both of these actors together in one movie. Amazing stuff. And then, of course, The Godfather Part 3 is not as good. You know what I'm saying? Definitely got a lot of criticism when it came out, but over the years, I think it got much better. Um, and definitely it aged very well over the years. I'm actually more afraid, more worried about what they're going to do with the next Godfather movie that is coming out, because there is one coming out apparently with Sylvester Stallone as the main guy, I think. And I really don't want to see that, to be honest. Not a not a fan of what is coming up with the new Godfather film, but love the original trilogy, even the third one, which a lot of people didn't like, but me, I think it's a good movie regardless. Gave a good ending, good closure to the Godfather lore. Then we got a Shaw Brothers film right here, the Five Venoms, or the Five Deadly Venoms. Yeah, legendary movie, great martial arts film. Gave a lot of classic audio snippets to some of those Wu Tang songs. Speaking of Wu Tang, we got another one right here, the 36th Chamber of the Shaolin, the trilogy. The first one is actually the movie that gave Wu Tang's debut album its title. You know what I'm saying? The 36 Chambers came from this first movie right here. Yeah, love it. 36 Chamber of the Shaolin. Second movie, also pretty good. Third one, high key trash. I fucking hate the third movie. It is really bad. But the first one is where it's at, man. The first 36 Chambers movie is really fucking dope. You know what I mean? With Gordon Liu, um, having his family and relatives killed, and then he becomes a Shaolin monk and learns the ways of the Shaolin, which is dope. Then we got Death Wish, the original one, not the Bruce Willis movie. We're talking about Death Wish with my main guy, Charles Bronson, rest in peace. Great fucking vigilante movie. It's one of the dopest vigilante movies ever. I think it's the first one of its own kind as well. It was actually banned in Germany for a very long time until it got scratched off, and now it's readily available in Germany. I think it was the whole vigilante aspect that Germany did not like, but I think they kind of saw how Not everyone is wants to be a vigilante and kills people like that, man. But great fucking film. Death Wish, one of my favorite movies of all time. Very underrated. Not many people talk about it, but man, it's one of my favorites, man. Absolutely love it. Just like this one, Ran, by Akira Kurosawa. This is a 4K transfer, as you can see. And this is one of the best movies ever made. Now, I gotta say, man, when it comes to Akira Kurosawa, man, I haven't seen most of his movies. I've seen this one and another one called Kagemusha. And Kagemusha I was not really a big fan of, but this movie right here is fucking brilliant. Absolutely amazing. I love the movie for its for the way it was directed, the cinematography, the story, and everything. It is phenomenal, man. Loved it right from the first viewing. For me, it was an 11 out of 10 straight away. I thought that movie was a masterpiece and still think like that to this day, man. I still think it's a masterpiece in movie history and definitely one that you should watch, especially if you love like eye candy, movies that are very well directed in terms of how they were shot and the cinematography and everything, but also for the story, man. The story is pretty simple, it's about family, but a family that deals with a lot of greed, envy, and the turmoil that ensues from that, man. It's really amazing stuff, man. Ron, love that movie, man. Rest in peace, Akira Kurosawa. Then we got Ghostbusters, once again, 4K mastered Blu-ray. Love it. You know what I mean? One of the best sci-fi movies ever. One of the best ghost movies ever. Fun as shit, man. Really, really love this film. Ghostbusters. And of course, everybody knows the classic theme song. Something strange in your neighborhood. Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters! I love that song, man. Then we got This Is the End. There's another, James Franco and Seth Rogen collab. Plus, with a bunch of other actors like Jonah Hill and a bunch of other guys. And This Is the End is a great apocalypse film, man. You know what I'm saying? This is just funny as shit, bro. I went into this not expecting much, but bro, I loved every single second out of that movie, man. This was incredibly funny, man. You know what I mean? And I'm not a big of a fan of most Seth Rogen films. I loved Pineapple Express. Interview was alright. It was okay. Sausage Party also was kind of weird, but this is fucking dope, man. You know what I mean? This and Pineapple Express, in my opinion, are on the same level. Just funny as shit, man. This is the end. Great fucking movie, man. Super funny. I have to watch it again, man. It's been such a long time. But I remember really loving it when I first watched it. Then we got The Hitcher with Rutger Hauer. It's also been a long ass time, man. Long ass time since I last watched it. But I remember really loving that one. You know what I mean? But I have to give it another watch. But yeah, The Hitcher. Then we got... Oh man, this is one of my favorites, bro. From Dusk Till Dawn, man. Robert Rodriguez film. Another hit after Desperado. It's kind of like two movies in one. And at first it's like a road trip movie, but then it turns into a Vampire Slayer film. And this shit is fucking dope as hell, man. Love George Clooney in this. Love Harvey Keitel, Quentin Tarantino, Juliette Lewis, Selma Hayek, fine ass in this movie, man. Just amazing, bro. This movie is so good. From Dusk Till Dawn. Cannot recommend it enough, man. If you want to watch a good Vampire Slayer movie, watch this. This shit is dope as fuck, man. Alright, then we got a twofer. We got here Batman and Batman Returns, the Tim Burton Batman movies with Michael Keaton as the Bat. You know, first Batman, really good, loved it. You know, Jack Nicholson as the Joker is fucking awesome. You know, and then got Batman Returns, which I think is a little bit better, with Danny DeVito as the Penguin and Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman. Just great, man. Love both of these films. Unfortunately, the two upcoming films, you know, Joe Schumacher movies, you know, the Batman Forever and Batman and Robin, those were not good, man. Those were pretty trash, but I still love these movies, man. These first two Batman films, those are really amazing, and to a lot of people, those are still the best Batman movies, which I understand, you know, because a lot of people grew up on them. Me included, bro. I love these films, you know. We got another twofer, Halloween. We talk about the original John Carpenter Halloween films. So we got here the first one from 1978. Love that movie, man. One of the best slasher films of all time. Incredible film. You know, of course, Michael Myers. You can never go wrong with him. Unfortunately, you know, every movie that came out after these two were just trash, man. Like Season of the Witch. I don't know if it's any good. You know, Halloween 3 is because I was never really interested in it because John Carpenter's idea was to make, after this one, to make, you know, Halloween, every new Halloween movie something new without Michael Myers, you know what I'm saying? But then the uproar was so big that he went back to making Michael Myers movies again, or they went back to making Michael Myers movies again because after Halloween 3, he distanced himself from the Halloween series and went on to do other stuff while, you know, Hollywood continued to ruin the legacy of the Halloween films, you know. And I lost interest, you know, after you know Halloween 2, you know. I watched these movies, but they were never good to me, the sequels, you know. But yeah, these two, dope, dope, you know. Halloween 2 also great, you know, because it's direct continuation of the first one, placed on the same night, and it actually gives a great ending, great closure to the series. Really, really, really fantastic, you know. Unfortunately, you know, back in 2018, they remade Halloween 2, you know, and made another Halloween movie in 2018 called Halloween, but it was a sequel to the 1978 one, and completely ditched the original Halloween 2 and made a lot of stupid decisions releasing that movie, you know, because 2018 was good, you know, and then Halloween Kills came out and that shit was trash. Halloween Ends was even more so trash. Bro, I fucking hated this new Halloween trilogy. It was so terrible, man. Next up, we got a Coen Brothers film, Blood Simple. Did not ever watch that movie. I have yet to do so. Maybe I will one day. But yeah, I still have yet to go to that one. You know what I mean? Then we got one of the evergreens as far as mobster movies is concerned, Goodfellas, Martin Scorsese film starring Robert De Niro, Ray Liotta, Joe Pesci. Amazing fucking movie, one of the best mobster movies of all time, without a doubt. Fucking love it, man. You know? Also has the movie in here, little booklet as well. And then we got Story of Ricky, man. This is one of the most fun gore splatter movies ever. I fucking love this movie right here, man. This is just a fun time all around. It is a stupid mindless movie, but it is fun as hell, man. With some of the most gruesome violence you will ever see, but it's just so over the top and fun that it's just enjoyable as hell, man. I love that movie, man. It's so good. Then we got the Star Wars trilogy. Got A New Hope, The Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. Yeah, all of these films are great. Unfortunately, these are still the special editions, so these are not the original theatrical movies. But all three of those movies are fucking dope. You know what I mean? First one, classic. It's a little bit naive still, Um, more made for children, but The Empire Strikes Back, it's a lot more mature. Fucking brilliant movie. It's the best one in the Star Wars series by far. I love that movie to death. And of course, Return of the Jedi, which gave a good closure to the Star Wars trilogy. But of course, they went on to ruin it with episode 7, 8, and 9, which I'm not going to get into that, man. These movies are high key trash and do not deserve being talked about. Fucking hate those movies. But yeah, now we're gonna move on with some Asian films. These are all part of this Rapid Eye Movies Nippon series. Actually, I haven't seen most of them, so I cannot talk about all of them. But yeah, so we got here The Audition, Takashi Miike film. Don't know this movie, did not watch it, but still got it. Have to give it a watch one day, just like this one, Branded to Kill. It's like a 60s noir film, once again Japanese. Really looking forward to watching that one because it looks really cool. Then we got a movie that came out, I think in the early 2000s, The Isle. I'm not gonna show y'all the back because it has some nudity on it. But yeah, The Isle. Don't know what that one is about, but definitely excited to see that one. One movie that I definitely have to watch is a Park Chan-wook movie called Joint Security Area, starring the two legends, Lee Byung-hun and Choi Min-sik. Then we got a movie here that I did watch, Lady Snowblood. Now this is a great movie because actually the Asian antagonist in Kill Bill Volume 1 was actually based off of this character, so that's what actually drew me to watch this one. And yeah, this is a dope fucking film. Love this movie right here. Really nice. Lady Snowblood. Then, man, bro, this is one of my all-time favorites, man. Lone Wolf and Cub. Man, dude, if you don't know about Lone Wolf and Cub, man, just do your research. Go and watch this shit. I'm telling you, man, this is one of the greatest fucking movies ever made, man. One of the greatest series of movies ever made. If y'all don't know, the movie Shogun Assassin was actually based off of this. Shogun Assassin was basically like a re-edit of those Lone Wolf and Cub movies, and dubbed with English language and shit. But this is where it stems from. Shogun Assassin was a re-edit, recut of those Lone Wolf and Cub films. And these films are fucking awesome, dude. I love the hell out of these, man. With Okami and his son. One of the greatest series of films ever, man. I mean, fucking awesome. I wish they would continue with that shit, but after the 6th movie, they stopped producing them, which is a shame, bro. But man, if you're a fan of Wu-Tang, if you're a fan of samurai films, you owe it to yourself to watch this. You know what I mean? Forget about Shogun Assassin. Watch this. This is amazing, man. Absolutely incredible. Then we got Perfect Blue. Now this is a movie that the movie Black Swan is actually based on. You know what I'm saying? This was the inspiration for, I think it was Darren Aronofsky's Black Swan. And yeah, this is a great anime film. Really, really dope shit, man. Very disturbing psychological thriller film, man. Dope as fuck. Then we got Takeshi Kitano movie, Sonatine, or Sonatine, whatever it's called. Have yet to watch this one. It's like a early 90s Yakuza movie with Takeshi Kitano, directed by him as well. And then the last one of these Rapid Eye movies, Blu-Rays, Sword of Doom. That's another like 60s movie, samurai film. I've yet to watch this one as well, but definitely looking forward to doing so because I love samurai movies. And then we got some keep case releases, 5 of them. So actually got here a release as part of the Black Cinema collection. It's called Black Caesar. Yeah, I love that movie, Black Caesar, with Fred Williamson. It has a great soundtrack by James Brown. You know, if you don't know the song "Paid the Cost to Be the Boss," it's from this soundtrack. You know, really, really dope, man. Black Caesar. Yeah. The only thing I didn't like about it was the ending, you know what I'm saying? Because a group of teenagers beat up the protagonist, Tommy Gibbs. That was a little bit weird, man, but other than that, the rest of the movie, dope as shit, you know what I mean? And then, of course, the sequel to that movie, Hell Up in Harlem, even better, man. Definitely have to get that movie and watch it. Again, you know, on Blu-ray because I had a DVD of it and quality is shitty, man, but I really enjoyed it regardless. Then we got another Al Pacino and Brian De Palma collab, Carlito's Way. Came out exactly 10 years after Scarface, and man, this is another great film right here, man. Not on the same level as Scarface, but dude, this is still classic. Still classic. One of my favorite movies of all time. Just dope. Love it. And then another one of my favorites. Man, this is one of the best hood movies / samurai films of all time. Ghost Dog, directed by Jim Jarmusch, starring Forrest Whitaker as Ghost Dog. And bro, this is just amazing, man. You know, it's about a, you know, black samurai in the hood who gets actually saved by a mobster and then chooses to live the ways of the samurai man. And, you know, and he uses a lot of things, you know. He looks at life, you know, through the eyes of the samurai, you know, and it's just dope as fuck, man. You know, one of the most underrated 90s films of all time. All time. Ghost Dog, so good, man. Then we got zombie movie, classic, Night of the Living Dead by George A. Romero. This is the movie that, in my opinion, ended the classic movie era and started the modern day movie era. You know what I'm saying? Because this was the last movie of its kind. But at the same time, it started the new movie era by introducing gore. You know, because we didn't really see gore like that in movies before, you know. This was one of the first to do it. This was also the movie that gave us zombies, you know what I'm saying? This is the movie where it stems from, you know. Of course, before you had zombies in a different form, like ghouls and all of that shit, but really, zombies as we know them today, you know, that resurrect from the dead and walk a certain way, sound a certain way. This is where it stems from, man. Night of the Living Dead, bro. And man, this movie was so far ahead of its time because this is also one of the first movies that depicted a black man as the protagonist. Because back in the days, you gotta look at it this way. In the 60s, there was a lot of racial tension going on, and black people were murdered left and right, you know what I'm saying? Especially in movies, they were depicted very, very badly, And then Night of the Living Dead came around and, actually portrayed, a black guy as one of the good guys, you know what I'm saying? And this was very important, you know what I'm saying? This was a movie that was needed, and it was really amazing, man. This was way ahead of its time, bro. Still one of my favorites. Love that movie. And then the last one for today, I'm gonna end off with my favorite Tarantino film, and that's Reservoir Dogs. Dude, it's my favorite Tarantino movie. You know what I mean? A lot of people love Pulp Fiction. A lot of people love Kill Bill, Glorious Bastards, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. But this is my favorite. Reservoir Dogs is just dope as fuck, man. You know what I mean? It's just one great film. Definitely one of the shortest movies in Quentin Tarantino's filmography. One of the best acted movies. You know what I mean? Just look at the cast, man. Harvey Keitel, Tim Roth, Chris Penn, Steve Buscemi, Lawrence Tierney, Michael Madsen. Quentin Tarantino himself also has a role in that movie, man. I mean, come on, man. This shit is just amazing. Great dialogue cinema right here, man. You know what I mean? Love it. So, yeah, that was my Blu-ray collection. I don't know what part it is, but it's basically the slipcovers and movies with these types of keep cases. And next up, I will do the box sets, and then after that, we got the Blu-ray update, and then after that, we're gonna move on to the vinyl. So, yeah, that was it, guys. Keep it cool. And we'll see you on the next one, alright? Take care.